council meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Sorrentino?
Here.
Alderman Jacob?
Here.
Alderman Woods?
Here.
Alderman Sismarski?
Here.
Alderman Roy Wesley? Alderman Eugene Wesley?
Here.
Alderman Catalano?
Here.
Alderman Messina?
Here.
Mayor Police?
Here, I declare a quorum present. Please stand and join the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Need a motion to approve the minutes of July 18, 2019.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any questions, comments, corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Communications and petitions. I do have one gentleman, Mr. Mock, who would like to say a couple words. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. I have one question for the council. Why do we have an alderman that I have been to more meetings this year than he has? And why we have not taken any action against it?
You want to answer that, Mr. Bond?
Yeah, generally, this is the public comment, so it's an opportunity to comment publicly with respect to attendance by council members, that they are elected officials. The law does not provide any mechanism whereby the city council or the city has any authority to take any action on that. The courts have determined that that is a function of the voters at the ballot box.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good point.
Next, under Mayor's report, we have a proclamation, dedication of Roy Cy Way. Genevieve or family, whoever would like to come over to the podium. Okay, this evening, a proclamation honoring Roy Cy with the dedication of Roy Cy Way. We had held the ceremony about an hour and a half ago, right by Roy's house. Whereas the City of Wooddale and the Wooddale City Council recognizes members of its community for outstanding dedication to community service. Whereas Roy Cy, a longtime Wooddale resident, did dutifully and honorably serve as a Wooddale firefighter, as well as numerous years spent as a commissioner of the fire board. Whereas Roy Cy did faithfully execute his duties as city alderman and as a member of the Stormwater Committee and Community Development Commission, where he was chairman. Now therefore, I, Mayor Annunziata Police, recognize Roy Cy as an important part of Wooddale's history and its contribution to the realization of the success and development of the city of Wooddale and its community with the dedication of honorary Roy Cy Way. And just so everybody knows, this man probably dedicated almost 50 years to the city, just so we know. Alderman Sismarski has a few more signs that he'd like to present to the... I think we're one short. We'll get another one.
Just on behalf of Roy Cy was very instrumental to me, very good leader, very good person to talk to, just a man of wisdom, and I greatly appreciate your father's service. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to thank you all for having us here tonight in a very special day of honoring my dad with the streets and everything. I do want to relay one quick story about this building here. Back when they were building parts of the police station in this building, probably about 1974 or 75, my dad was the bricklayer. We were actually building jail cells downstairs. And I remember they were told my dad with the cinder blocks is to fill all the blocks completely full with mortar, bricks, debris, anything, in the jail cell, along with the steel rods. And I was about 13, 14 years old, and we had to install that see-through window, the two-way window or one-way window. I remember I had a kid kind of looking through it on both sides. But as we were building the wall, the police came in with a couple, I'll call them fugitives. But so they kind of hustled me out of the room, but I kind of peeked around the corner. I remember the guys, they were fingerprinting the guy. I thought that was a pretty cool thing to see at 12, 13 years old. But memories of this building here, being with my dad, being a bricklayer in town, doing a lot of work, for those of you that are longtime residents, building the bicentennial bell at the corner of Irving and Wooddale Road, put up that bell. I think, Mike, you have that bell, so that's, oh, okay. I have a plaque. It was a fond memory of doing that, so thank you again for having us here.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you all. Thank you so very much. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you guys. Great family, great family. Congrats. Thank you. Oh, yeah. That's scary. School closed because of me. I'll get it. Short tenure. Short, very short tenure. My tenure? No, you're right.
You got the notice?
Yeah, I did.
There's a closed sign on the door.
I took my lunch.
Yeah, the first day they hand out the new employee
Yeah.
package, right? Sign all the insurance. They just send out the notice, first and last.
So if the family would like to leave, you can. Otherwise, it really is an exciting meeting.
Oh, don't leave. Don't leave us. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great summer. National Night Out coming up.
You're gonna announce that,
Me and
Back down to
Joe,
the regulars.
back to the half a dozen regulars, 5 of which are staff. Thank you for being here, sir.
All right, next, city manager's report.
I will defer my report over to Chief Festa, and he will talk about our skunk program, and maybe he can also give a plug for National Night Out.
So a reminder, all the residents, National Night Out will be this coming Tuesday from 5 to 9. From 5 to 7, we will be in the open field behind the annex behind the city. Games, raffles, DJ, different booths there. Bingo for the seniors that are interested with good raffle prizes. We will be donating several prizes that have been donated from different companies. A couple of Ring doorbells for residents that come out and sign up for that we received free to hand out to the community. So that'll be part of that. And then at 7 o'clock, we go over to the pool, do some other games, a lot of fun kids games, and some more raffles over there. Target has donated some bicycles, so we donate, we give away bikes to kids, and free hot dogs and barbecue sandwiches. So it's a nice night. We usually get several hundred people, so please come out to that.
Don't forget, I'll be in the dunk tank from 5:15 to 5:30.
He will, so please come dunk Alderman Messina.
That's worth it right there.
price of admission right there.
So anyways, hope to see everyone out for that. And then my other item is an update on the skunk program that's been going since late in the spring. As an update to it, 39 different residents have taken advantage of it. 14 of those still have active trappings going on at the locations. The company has caught 33 skunks so far and 10 other animals, mostly raccoons or possums. So the reason we're coming to you tonight is we're close to encumbering all of the funds that were set aside for it. We've encumbered $7,735, taking into account the $25 resident deposits, that's all it costs them for the program. There's about $1,265 left, which is about 20 visits.
So with the current traps that are out there right now, most of those funds will be gone in the next week or two. On Tuesday, we did take a pause on taking new applications, but we do have 2 people that have shown interest, and we told them if there is any continuation of it this year, we'll contact them. So we kind of have 3 choices. I'm just looking for some guidance from council. One, we can just pull, once we reach that additional $1,265, pull all active traps at that point, regardless of where they are in the process. The second would be to just finish out all the current locations, and we're averaging about $200 per location. So, that would probably cost about $2,800 more by the time, depending on how successful those. And then the other option would be to add additional funding to it and continue the program longer.
Thank you, Chief. And just so, this is not an item on the agenda, but we could give direction to the manager because he has some spending authority, and then we can finalize it at the next meeting. Alderman Messina, go ahead.
Yeah, so I didn't do it because this agenda item was coming up. I legitimately thought I had a problem, and so I went through the process, and part of the meeting I had before this was debriefing the chief on the process, and I thought it was an excellent process. Obviously, things have to get improved, but I will say that for $25, I have peace of mind of knowing that we do not have a possum infestation. I have peace of mind knowing that someone knowledgeable came to my house, told me ways to kind of protect things from happening on time, within the 24-hour range. To me, this is a service, if we think about what we do for our residents, for $25, the peace of mind I have, I can't imagine that's got to resonate for everybody in town. So I'd like to make a motion to,
There's no motion. It's not a direction.
I'd like to provide direction to increase the budget by an additional $3,000.
Second.
That's not a motion. All I need is a simple,
Seconding.
are you guys,
His motion.
yes?
Right,
motion.
No
I'm seconding
motion.
it as
No
directed.
motion.
I'm just seconding it as directed.
Give direction.
Direction is good?
Direction is good.
Consensus? Okay. Do you have something else? Okay. Alderman Woods.
Yeah, I have a alternate system that's been working pretty good. I have 2 foxes in the neighborhood, and they hang out in the front yard.
Lucky you.
And except for the occasional raccoon head, and that's the only part left,
Oh,
they're
boy.
they're pretty good at taking care of all the little critters in the area,
Oh,
and I mean all of them.
Or we have baloney and radiator fluid.
All right, thank you. Next. Does that conclude your report, Mr. Murmas?
Yes.
Next, no items on the consent agenda, planning and zoning. Alderman Jacob.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Public health and safety.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Public works. Alderman Catalano.
No report, Mayor.
Finance and administration. Alderman Woods.
I have one report, Mayor. You thought you guys would get out of here, but not so. I have an ordinance authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, Series 2019, and one or more series, taxable or tax exempt, of the City of Wooddale, DuPage County, Illinois, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $3,250,000 for the purpose of financing the costs of certain capital projects within the city and paying for costs related thereto. That is my motion.
Second.
Motion, we have a second. Questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Sorrentino?
Yes.
Alderman Jacob?
Yes.
Alderman Woods?
Yes.
Alderman Sizmarsky?
Yes.
Alderman Eugene Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Catalano?
Yes.
Alderman Messina?
Yes.
And that passes.
That's the end of my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Under other business, airport noise, Alderman Jacob.
No report, Mayor.
Under Stormwater Commission, Alderman Wesley.
No report, Mayor.
And I will make a comment on this. So once the chief has the new deputy chief in hand, then we will be moving those members to, with Greener Tomorrow. Basically, it'll be a subcommittee of Greener Tomorrow. Same chairman and vice chair over there. Chief's gonna appoint either one or two of the deputy chiefs on how to rotate, and we'll come up with the meeting schedule. So We'll get everybody back on track on that. Next, approval of list of bills.
Yeah, I'd like to get approval for a list of bills for 8/1/2019 in the amount of $710,423.84.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Questions? Alderman Wesley.
Mayor, I have one question. On page 1, A-Lamp,
Go ahead.
this bill says Wooddale and Gilbert Drive Stormwater Project. Is that in Dalewood, it should have been? Because I don't remember them doing work on Wooddale Road, and they haven't started Gilbert, so where is that coming from? I follow up with that, and I
Good.
know I'm going to get the response
I
from
know,
there.
I already know. the
All right,
response.
so my response is, what happened to A-Lamp? They just disappeared.
So this is,
Go ahead, Mr. Lane, go ahead.
this is the partial payment number 1 for the Dalewood Storm and Gilbert Drive project. This is for work completed through the end of June, of which they were out on Dalewood mainly. It's for $314,000 of approximately $1.6 million contract. A-Lamp, I believe, has been, and I believe me, I share in your frustration, they've been pretty scarce over there the last few weeks. They've been working on another project elsewhere. So we've been on them through Robinson Engineering to get them back out there shortly. They're supposed to provide us with a schedule to return to work by tomorrow. So we can give an update probably next week.
Okay,
I'm good.
all right. Alderman Woods, go ahead.
Yeah. Their update, there was a A-Lamp sighting. They were on Dalewood for about an hour, and they leveled out, I think, 7 driveways and took off. It probably took them more time to get the front-end loader to the site than it actually took them to do the work.
Yeah, they've been out there, like I said, very scarce over the past few weeks. They've been doing some flushing and some activities if we can get them out there, but we're looking to get them working again on the sidewalks and driveways and the restoration projects.
Okay. And those sidewalks would be nice before school starts, I guess. All right. No other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Sorrentino?
Yes.
Alderman Jacob?
Yes.
Alderman Woods?
Yes.
Alderman Sizmarsky?
Yes.
Alderman Eugene Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Catalano?
Yes.
Alderman Messina?
Yes.
And that passes. Next, we do need to adjourn into executive session for review of official minutes and land acquisitions. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Alderman Wesley and Alderman Sismarski. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And that passes.